Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Smoke and Steel League for you. Our matchup is going to be the Alabama Volunteer Corps versus the Colquitt Brigade. Our first map is going to be Colquitt's Defense, followed up by the Roulette Lane. Before I get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like the support, go beneath the video, hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do with no ads. You can advertise your regiment in the bomber videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So here are the standings as is. We're getting toward the latter half of the season. Something to note, 7th Texas disbanded the other day or so, which they are apparently going to be talking about what's going to happen with the rest of the season in regards to that. But other than that, still a little bit of season left for teams to finalize their standings. Our regiments for tonight: on the Alabama Volunteer Corps side, you have the 10th United States, 59th New York, Free States Brigade, 2 Corps, Jackson Division, and the Missouri State Guard. Whereas on the Colquitt Brigade side, you have the Shenandoah Regulars, the Kentucky Outlaws, 12th Virginia, Corn Brigade, 51st Alabama, the 10th Tennessee. Something to note, Shenandoah Regulars were balanced over from Colquitt side to the Alabama Volunteer Corps side, so I appreciate the help with that. So, with that being said, our balance for tonight: server pop 350, Union right now currently up by 5 players, a huge amount. Artillery though, CSA has 16, Union has 4. So with that, our infantry in balance is 17 in favor of the Union side. That's a lot. Hopefully CSA Artillery can make up for this fact. Frontline reporters for today. On our Union side, for the first round, you have Seasoning here from the 12th Virginia. And then on the CSA side, you have Tater from the Alabama Volunteer Corps. Appreciate these guys so we can see what's going on the ground while also seeing what is going on in the sky. And if you're playing this match, whether it be recording and uploading later or live streaming, send me a link and I'll put that in the pinned comment of this video. So, with that being said, Colquitt's Defense, Colquitt's Brigade, they picked the map. Alabama Volunteer Corps picked the side, and that being CSA, so they think they can win the defense. The past couple of times we've seen this map picked in this event, the side who gets to choose what team they want to be on usually chooses CSA, because how this event works is both rounds tonight are Alabama Volunteer Corps versus Colquitt's Brigade. And for each round, one team gets to pick the map, the other team picks the side, and that's how they balance things, because this game is not balanced by any means. But in regards to Colquitt's Defense, it was a 26% ticket advantage to the attacking Union side. Devs 2-3 months ago gave the defenders a 5% buff in tickets, so CSA right now only has, or rather, they're only down 21% tickets, unlike 26% before. Weapons on this map: Union, they have the 2nd Wisconsin with the option of the Lorenz and the Springfield 61, and they have the 19th Indiana with the Springfield 61. CSA, on the other hand, they've got the 13th Alabama with the Enfield of the Springfield 55, and the 6th Georgia with the option of the Enfield of the Springfield 55. Union, on this map, as of late, likes to go up this right side, and they'll either push up to the top of the hill or feint and go to the forest. Usually Union like to push up in that forest, but CSA's gotten very good at stopping it, which is why it looks like Union is trying to push this way. Here comes a mob. Artie getting involved. CSA, this is exactly what you would want if you're CSA Artie. And Union's going to bonsai into the stone wall. CSA kind of in a crossfire, maybe at a distance, but still. Here we go. CSA reinforcements pouring in, trying to hold the line. Union still trying to trickle guys in here. And CSA trying to countercharge out and get these Union flags to knock them down, prevent those mobile respawns. But Union flag discipline prevails there in the end, unless CSA already has anything to say about it, or if a CSA guy will shoot that. But that's a good start there for the CSA side. They responded pretty well, all things considered. CSA, they split our forces into true groups to start. They had a group up to the top of the hill and the other group in the woods, because, as mentioned, right, Union can either push up the hill like they did. It failed miserably, or they can push the woods. But as I said a moment ago, Union, the past couple times I've seen this map, and it's been beautifully executed every time, has pushed up this right side, and then about here they'll pivot to the woods, because when the Union team gets right here, CSA has to make a decision. They can either guard the wood line and prevent the Union from getting in the woods, which is where Union wants to get in this map, Or CSA can choose to defend the guns up here, which this is where the CSA battery position is. It's a very beautiful overlook of the entire map. Usually not very effective in the woods, which is why Union likes to go over there most of the time. On top of it just being woods chaos generally favors the attacking side. But when Union pushes up this way, Union can choose to go to the forest or the top of the hill. And the thing is, CSA can't half and half defend most of the time because Union will just overwhelm in numbers. But the CSA right pushed up pretty quickly, started getting a crossfire. Reinforcements for CSA collapsed in relatively quickly. On top of the amount of fire that Union had while going up this way, it was a really well done CSA defense to start off this map. And it already shows on the ticket amount. Union slightly down on tickets, and they're reforming up on this right side. Granted, Union didn't lose any of their flags there, so good flag discipline at least in terms of that. But we'll see what Union wants to do next. Their main spawn is a little ways away. Looks like they have a group of guys going up there. Union artillery is located along this roadside, which I don't know where they're trying to roll this cannon. They're getting it stuck in the rock.
I'm trying to move it back. What was that? Was that what the fuck?
How do you get a cannon stuck?
I don't know.
Oh, are they gonna shoot it to try to get it out?
It moved so fucking quickly.
Oh!
It moved so quickly.
It worked? Maybe?
Don't judge me, Kevin.
Well, Kevin might not be judging, but this is funny, I will say. I'm not judging either. This is great. Uh-oh.
I don't know what the fuck's going on with this. Why is it going forward?
Anyways, we'll come back to see what those shenanigans are in a little bit. Union looks like they're making a mass push this side. It didn't work once. Maybe it'll work again. Who knows? And you can see some of those CSA infantry shots starting to move in. Artillery should hit any second for CSA. Should be a beautiful thing. Defending this line for CSA, you got 2 Corps JD up front. And here comes Union.
Swing like a back. I will not pay my captain.
Down with you, fucking Union! Die! No, watch you.
Now, Midland, now's your time.
Outside. Come on, countercharge.
I'm sorry for your help.
I'm
pretty sure I killed one.
So you can kind of tell, and even right now, granted these are probably respawns in the Union position, but Union is just trickling guys up here right now. And I don't know what Colquitt's plan is here as Union side. Obviously, we see their plan going, but it didn't work once. It went pretty bad for them. You know, maybe you try it again in case things are different, but defenders are probably going to be able to stop you more likely just because they know what you did the first time, and if you do the same thing, they're probably more ready to stop that.
Take this
Hello there, rebels! Hello there! Hey, you! I'm gonna kill you!
But a couple of Union guys still alive. 59th running up the rear. Actually, it's just ABC. I saw one 59th guy mixed in. You still have Union guys trickling forward here. I don't know why. But anyway, CSA defense. Haven't really looked at that yet. You got ABC, who obviously just ran up. We saw 2 Corps in Jax's division holding down this extreme left. SR guys a little further up. We saw the massive amount of artillery you have on top. Beautiful map for it, and Union's playing right into his hand. I mean, if you see CSA having 12 guys on artillery and the infantry balance being 17 because of it, I don't know why Union is trying to make this fight over an open field, which is why they're maybe starting to gun it back to the woods, but CSA has guys that have been stationed here. FSB, they have some nice shots. They've also just done some crossfire. Union already seems to have hit that. 10th US over here for CSA side as well. Union's gunning it this way, and CSA is responding kind of quick to it. This is what usually the Union does, but they usually don't wait. They usually just go up and then gun it to the left. Because these Union flags are kind of behind right now, and CSA is starting to push up. When they can get a nice couple of shots on it, maybe it'll prevent the Union from getting across. You can see CSA, some of their lines are starting to shift around to the woods. But it looks like Alley's zooming out here. Union's going to get some forces in the woods. 10th U.S. is shifted over to hit the initial Union line here. Mostly Corn Brigade guys, mix of others as well. So at least Colquitt's and the Union side are reacting to the ever-changing battlefield here. 10th U.S. just has to delay. Union does early cap by accident. That doesn't do anything. I mean, it stops the black timer, and if CSA was down on tickets, CSA would regain, but Union's down on tickets right now, so that does not matter. So CSA really take, Union's starting to take the woods. I mean, even if it wasn't perfect execution by Union, Union's able to get up into the woods a good amount of ways, and that's a beautiful thing if you're the Union side. Plenty of match left. CSA is looking to retake this point quickly.
Colonel, we're gonna pull back. We're not gonna fight, guys. Just shoot him, guys.
And I mean, a lot of CSA sitting up on that cap trying to retake it quickly, but it is letting Union... I mean, Union would have probably gotten in the woods right away and reformed, but... Good reaction from CQB. Now, this basically nullifies that Artie... Oh, my. I want to see... Did they get that Artie out of the gun? Oh, they got it out of the rock. Look at that. Beautiful. A fitting end to our story. But, I mean... CSA Artie position is basically useless because they're going to probably hit a tree, but more importantly, they're more likely to hit their friendlies who are in between this. So, you know, Union makes a good move. CSA can still contest the woods in a huge way. If they want to charge the Union out, they can most certainly try to get Union out of the woods. CSA main spawn's very close to the woods here. And so, if CSA just charges in, respawns, charges in again, they'll probably, at least from what I've seen, break through just because they're able to eventually just out-respawn Union guys. But Union forms up essentially across the whole width of the woods. And CSA is just kind of to keep their distance. And I mean, just look at that. I think that was a CSA Artie shot that just hit their own guys. But CSA retake the point. Black timer continues to move down. In terms of this Union line, you got CQB here and a mix of others on this right side. Corn Brigades further up here, kind of on this Union right. 51st Alabama, 12th VA in the center. And on the left, you got 10th Tennessee, TKO, and looks like some more CQB guys. 59th New York is getting very close, at least compared to their whole team. TKO is going to charge this out. So 59th is going to fall off quickly there. CSA is almost into engaged. The thing is if you're CSA, if you're going to push up close to your enemy like that, you got to do it with your whole team. You can't do things independently in this game, especially with how many regiments there are on each side. There's not too many regiments outside of maybe Corn Brigade, who said they pulled like, what, 50-55 that can maybe do an action on their own. But you got to do stuff as a team, especially if you're a defender. Just because you don't have as many tickets, you don't want to push yourself too far forward and get charged out like we saw a moment ago. So that was a really good move on TKO's part. 8th Ohio shifting to the right side of this Union line, starting to pop some shots against JD. And Union's actually thrusting forward in the center. CQB is going to hit JD. Is that Doug? No way.
Oh, you guys are big fuck.
It's an EU player right there. 8th Ohio moves up to assist, and they get a wipe. CSA hits engage. Union's doing a good job of picking CSA apart. I mean, CSA spreading apart, but they're not bouncing off each other, and Union's starting to threaten this center. 12th VA pushing the most forward. 10th US, 2 Corps guys here trying to brace. FSB reforming, but I mean, you have some CSA guys running in here, some more JD guys, they're just going to get slaughtered. But why does it feel like, I mean, it really feels like Union outnumbers CSA. I mean, if we look at our balance, it's 13 right now in favor of the Union side, which 15 is at that limit before it's contested, and right there we're at 15. And then considering artillery, it's a 25 infantryman in balance right now. I mean, there's just no way you're going to win if you're CSA. And if you're CSA side and you look at the balance, it's kind of on that edge of being rough, but you got to take the Artie guys off of Artie at this point just because Union's in that woods. Artie for Union's not going to be able to do a whole lot. And if we look at the tickets have almost evened out. So we'll see what happens. See if they do any balancing, because you'd hate to have a rematch. You would. I mean, it's more War of Rights, but I mean, I guess we'll get War of Rights regardless of an imbalance or not. That's the sole purpose of this channel. And the 14, 16, actually it's like, how many hours do I have in this game? Too many. Well, whenever my Steam will open, there it is.
I'm thinking about stabbing him a little bit lower.
1660.9. Look at that.
FSV right here. FSV
So,
right here.
Union team is just starting to push up. I don't know how much further they can go before they're out of bounds, which could be the issue. You got JD, those trying to go down and maybe see if they can get their flag, but they probably won't. Flag for that is not going to probably be retrievable. If a guy dies in JD's regiment, he'll have to spawn back at main. And you got ABC 59th. They pushed up on some rocks. They're starting to fall back. Based on server announcements that I'm seeing right now, it seems they're going to try to split up maybe a bigger unit.
Flag northwest.
Tickets slightly in Union's favor right now, but again, still plenty of matches to go. They'll probably balance over someone soon. I'm sure they're trying to figure it out over the yelling officers of Steam comms. Praise be Steam chat. These officers can communicate instantaneously with each other. And for now, the shootout has begun. That flag over there is going to despawn in 5 minutes since it was dropped. So about 2-3 minutes from now. But let's see. Yeah, that balance is getting a little worse. It's 18 right now. Yeah. And I mean, again, considering artillery, it's 28. And it looks like, per server announcements, Corn Brigade's going to be sending over 10 guys right now, which should even things out. But we'll check back in a couple minutes on that. But I mean, CSA, considering the situation, is for the most part doing the best they can. I mean, it's a rough map because if they, at least like Union pushed out here, we're in the center of our screen where we're looking. They charged twice, sure, it failed, but they eventually gunned it over here. The issue for CSA is most of their team was up here, and it's just going to be a lot longer for them to get to this woods than it is Union. So Union was able to get in that woods, but CSA is just really playing a conservative match, sitting back, getting in the shootout. That's truly the best thing they can do in this situation, being down this many men.
Oh, hey, Grape, where the fuck did you come from?
I went to go find some cover. There's some stones in front of us, but it's low.
It gave Obi-Wan the advantage.
So, Union is shifting more guys up to this position on the right. Now, strategy for this map for Union, you've gotten the woods, that's great. You just need to get CSA down tickets, and then you need to cap a point on top of this road. The cap says it's in the open here, but you never want to cap it in the open field if you're Union, just because CSA can run up on this half-stone wall. And look at this view. It's beautiful. CSA will just slaughter you. So, Union at this point just needs to deal ticket loss within a good amount of time. CSA 59th, they've shifted over to kind of help JD out. They are kind of in the open, and looks like they're going to back off of that. I mean, open in terms of infantry, but, I mean, Union already, the two guns they got up there, can hit some nice shots at well. At well. The best English here. And it looks like balance is figured out. CSA now up by 3 with 361 total pop. I mean, artillery, though, it's still 9 men on the CSA's part. So, it's still a 7-man infantry in balance favor of Union, but it's a lot better than 28. It's a little closer. So, we'll see how things kind of play out at this point. But CSA is just, I mean, truly, they're doing the best they can. Union's turtled up the CSA team. Union, I mean, they can't go too much further because they're out of bounds. CSA could turtle by this beautiful house, which we rarely see this house. I don't know if I've played CSA on Colquitt before, at least when I played back in 2021, 2020, because I played with IVB Union Reg back then, and that was 5 years ago, so maybe I don't remember as much, but This is also the beautiful thing about recording stuff. It's the memories. It's me and my college friends senior year, we did a Madden tournament. And I made sure every round was recorded. And well worth it. Especially when you win the championship. But that's besides the point. It's memories.
What makes the corn grow?
You, mommy.
All of you are so soft.
Wish there was a little more oomph to that response. After Night in Tennessee's little chant there. But DSA is starting to drop in tickets. I mean, you would normally expect this with the shootout in hand. I mean, if a couple things to consider, right? Union team is much more spread out than the CSA team. Sure, each side still has a lot of cover. CSA has the slight elevation advantage, but CSA is much more crammed than the Union side. And generally with shootouts like this, not always, and it's probably rarely exactly true, but in the general case, there's so many variables going into if a shot hits that I generally, and basically this is what I've seen too from ticket bars dropping, is that it's a 1-to-1 trade in tickets. In kills, rather. And if it's a 1-to-1 trade in kills, it probably means it's a 1-to-1 trade in kills. And, sorry, oh my goodness, I just flipped them around and screwed that whole speech up. This is great, love war rights. But, if it's a 1-to-1 trade in tickets, probably a 1-to-1 trade in kills, and since the Union has more tickets overall, it's going to hurt Confederates over the long run. And you could see CSA starting to realize this is backing off. Sure, they can't see what's going on in the battlefield entirely, but at least when you're down there, you can look at the tickets, see what kind of a position you're in. You know at least where your team is kind of at. You know kind of where the Union's at. So if CSA is starting to turtle here, because that counterattack we saw earlier in the match, turtling will force the Union to do it again, assuming Union can't deal a ticket loss, which with CSA hiding back here, Union's not really going to be able to deal a ticket loss to them. And so Union can stop that black timer through early capturing the point. Now, if CSA hits breaking, Union can capture and win automatically at that point. But before breaking, you need to capture and hold it for a good amount of time. But during a counterattack, if the CSA side, the original defending team, retakes the point like they did earlier, it'll, one, keep the black timer going. But also, if they're down tickets, which they are, they'll regain up to the percentage of tickets that the Union side is at. So that's why you see the defenders turtling right now. They're trying to give them an opportunity to regain tickets and also kill more clock. FSB 59th moving in, and outside of the CSA gunners up here, there is no CSA out in the field. The Union could push up here to the top of the hill, and honestly, they could shoot in the CSA spawn, but they would have to abandon the woods, which is a position they very much like. But the top of the hill is still kind of fine for Union. Obviously, though, Forest is better. So, CSA's turtled. Union gunfire has mostly stopped here. We'll see what Union wants to do. Now, if Union early caps when CSA's engaged, which they are right now, it'll be 12-minute counterattack. If Union holds for 12 minutes, they win. However, if they wait for CSA to hit taking losses, their next stage in early cap, it'll be 7 minutes. Much more attainable than 12, but Union might want to consider trying to hit CSA into taking losses before early capping.
Drew, put your bayo down.
My bayo is down. How did you know my name?
No.
You.
Put your bayonet down. Soldier. You need to put your bayonet down.
And so is my down.
Looking sexy,
There we go,
boys.
Marks. There we
Looking
go.
like you're ready to repel some fucking rebel cunts.
Someone calls
So Union's side is just kind of set in this. Now, again, they've got 21 minutes, plenty of time on the clock, but they probably want to make a decision sooner than later, just because you don't want to bleed that clock unnecessarily. And it looks like CQB is going to be one on the cap.
This is is not the pain Olympics.
I'm start shooting you motherfuckers. Shut up.
Open the fucking door.
What'd you say, buddy?
I heard them doing the thing in the corner. I thought they'd continue doing that. They did that for EU Grand Campaign Saturday event I watched, where the side turtled, and then as the other side started to cap, they did the and they got so loud. It was beautiful. So, Union early cap, black timer stops, gold timer begins, 12 minutes on the clock. Union holds for 12 minutes, they win. If CSA retake, they regain up to the percentage of tickets that Union's at, assuming they're down, which as of now they are, and they probably will be. But here's CSA chance to sign. CSA, though, looks like they're mostly grouping up, trying to go around this Union left and then collapse in. Right? The thing is casualties are still being lost during the counterattack. So if you're CSA, you're trying to retake the point with as minimal casualties as possible. If you're Union, you want to try to make it bloody and bring everyone down. Because you know if the tickets are probably going to be even going out of the counterattack, so might as well bring everyone down a good amount. But CSA starting to push, a little strung out here. But alas, at least they're moving together. Union team's not shifting yet. 59th ABC hitting TKO. And here our charge begins.
Behind you. Look out. Behind you. Watch out, guys.
Man, they're chopping down the weeds, the bushes, and the trees too in this one. Union lines reinforcing, but CSA kind of getting around that left.
Goddamn great value rooftop Koreans. Get off the rocks. Get the fuck out of here. There it is. Fuck you. I'm fucking walking here.
Hit T, check your targets. Hit T, check your targets. Push into them.
CSA flags starting to pull back. At least one CSA flag is down right now.
Stab that one right there.
And Union side, outside of a couple of JD guys that are still left, 2 core as well. Union's going to get a very huge hold. Now, normally from what I've seen, Union's able to hold the first push. But, zooming out briefly, Union team is kind of battered a little bit. CSA main spawns right there. They're nearly back in the fight. If CSA pushes in right away, they'll probably be able to break through. But you'll note tickets are down a good amount on both sides.
Nice work. Let's reform.
So, Union's got to reform quick. Something to note. Looks like Union team has 3 of their flags. I know one of them was showing up as a stick for me. I don't know where the 4th Union flag is, but Union's keeping those flags back. They don't want to lose the flags, so they're keeping them in a safe position. Meanwhile, the rest of the Union lines are starting to push forward. Now, that's kind of an advantage for CSA if CSA decides to bring their flags in, because they'll be able to get spawns right on top. But Union doesn't want to lose the flags in the woods, because if Union loses the flags, CSA probably holds on top of them, and that's a 5-minute despawn timer. JD slipping through here. Hitting a couple CQB guys. 10th Tennessee coming over to assist CQB. At least a couple of them were. But if you're Union, right, if CSA eventually does retake the point, CSA is going to regain some tickets, right? If you're Union, you want to lose as many tickets as possible so that CSA can't regain as many. That's the other part. It's counterattack. It's a beautiful game mechanic. It's a little complex, but it's a beautiful thing. It makes for a lot of strategy. And the strategy of the CSA right now is to bonsai in. 2 cores going in on the side. 59th ABC on the flank.
You Yankees have no situation.
Studs. Good job, Studs. You go, boys. Hit team if you're friendly. Hit team.
Charge him.
Please retard.
Yeah, charge us out. You guys got it. You totally got it.
Keep moving, regulars. Keep moving.
Right into him.
Oh, you missed your shots. You gotta do better.
Pushing y'all. Ask them where their army went. Ask them what happened to the army. Northeast, they're coming in.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Thunder, turn around. We got a unionist on your ass.
Defend him. Make sure.
Run, flags, run.
These dudes, kill these dudes, kill these dudes.
So, CSA charge. Kind of stalling out. 12th BA going in for a flank. This will be more of a distraction than anything.
You ain't shit. I'm like Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai. I'm gonna cut you down. I'm gonna throw that shit at you.
In the name of Jesus, stop! Jesus!
So, Union side is very weak in the woods. Down one flag right now. Did the Union flags fully pull out? It looks like they came back. Maybe? Okay, I'm like, there's no way that's a Union flag.
They can come wherever they want.
Fuck you, nerds. Fuck you, nerds.
Oh my god, I hope you go clip that.
I got it.
Oh my god, dude.
Some of it.
There's one over here to the left.
They're coming.
He's running away.
Arky behind you.
Kill this fucking pussy. Kill him. Yeah. Keep going. On the left. Keep going. Circle the rocks. Get into them. Those are T-friendlies. Just T, goddammit.
So, CSA are going to be able to retake the woods. Union's at least down one flag. Why? That's the wrong way. It'd be like that, though. It'd be like that. So, Union team is starting to push back down. I don't know where the other two flags are for the Union side. I'm going to assume they're in a very safe place. Having a wonderful time, not having to worry about the ever-changing battlefield. But I don't know where they're... Are they up here? Oh my, there's a third one. Playing hide and go seek here. But CQB is trying to get it out, so that's one. I don't know where the fourth flag is. Union teams forming up on the bottom of the hill. You don't cap point if you're on this half of the half stone wall. So where TKO's running up, they are not on point. But 12th VA CQB guys are running through point right now.
Straight front, down the road.
Meanwhile, CSA is starting to push down here. Not very together. They are going. Union holds for 5 minutes, they win, and that's a huge part about Union losing these two flags. CSA forming up on the wood line, starting to get a shootout with Union. At least half the Union team, if they die, they have to spawn back at main and rush down, which again, is a little far way away. Union already looks like they get a nice shot in there. Meanwhile, more Union made spawns starting to chug in right now. Again, right, if CSA retakes, they go up tickets. I don't know why CSA is not making a concerted effort to send somebody to cap point. Which, I mean, at this point in the game, time is really no longer an issue. There's 20-some plus minutes left on the map. Both sides are basically going to be in the breaking stage by the end of this. And that's one more morale stage till you hit your final stage. There is too much time on that clock.
Come on, come on, come on.
So, Union gets a third flag, or second, I don't know where their third flag is. I don't know why CSA is not really trying to contest this point. They got 4 minutes. If Union holds it, they outright win the game. CSA is considered the attacking team right now. They're counterattacking, right? Union's considered the defending team. They're holding the point. So the last stage, or the final stages of each side flip, right? So normally defenders hit last stand. Now Union can hit last stand. CSA attackers normally hit final push. Now CSA can hit final push because the roles flip, right? If CSA, what they could do is try to force Union into last stand. Which, the issue though is there's 3.5 minutes. You're not going to knock your opponent down a whole morale stage in 3.5 minutes on a big map like this. But why is CSA not trying to retake the point? Generally, when you try to retake the point, you're trying to regain as many tickets as possible. And right now, CSA is just killing Union guys, making them lose tickets. And as a result, CSA is not going to be able to regain as many tickets, which again, right, tickets right now, at least time doesn't matter a whole lot, so tickets isn't the worst thing in the world as long as CSA can kind of try to get a lead, but obviously you'd like to give yourselves a little more tickets. I mean, it's a balance game. 59th New York is trying to go up there. Union is spreading themselves out in the open field trying to defend. Really only 59th are going in. They do have some more, though, following up. Union forces are moving across the field to get up top here. A Union, they just got to hold 1 or 2 more charges and they'll win the game. which CSA is... I don't know what they're doing. JD is starting to push up alongside 59th. They're getting wiped. You have a lot of CSA trying to flank in the woods, while some are just going straight at it. CSA looks confused, although they are at least moving together upward, albeit in all different directions. Now, CSA is doing exactly what you don't want to do. They're trying to contest the point on the bottom of the hill. Granted, CSA already up top is going to have an absolutely beautiful angle of the Union line, but it's going to be very difficult for CSA to have good numbers. 2 minutes left.
Fire as fast as you can.
Fuck 'em up, FSB, somebody.
And 2 cores going in while the rest of CSA are sitting back. CSA is not acting together right now. I don't know what CSA is doing. Union's taking the top of the road. CSA already's got to hit a couple shots right now. It's just only saving grace. I mean, look at this. And CSA already hits their own men instead. CSA only trickling in. CSA already overshooting and hitting teammates. Now 10th US is going in. More CSA, but they're still trickled. 1 minute left.
I got 6 of them. I got 7.
So CSA eventually going to be able to retake their main spawn closer. Able to overwhelm. It should not have been that close though. I really should not have been that close. But CSA in the end will retake. Time, not really too much of a concern. Union guys are going up the center here, which I don't know. I mean, hey, they just should get the flag out and they all need to die out of line so CSA can't regain as many tickets. I don't know why the flag is still trying to push up here.
Go.
Flag, turn it.
You just need to get it out.
Run
Get out of here, go, run.
I mean, just look at this. Trying to charge this. This is difficult.
Run.
So, CSA will cut that off and get the flag. Looks like that's 2 core guys there. But CSA will retake point. Again, sure, if you're CSA, you want to take the point back as quickly as possible. And I think that's the case in most instances. It's not... With time not really being a factor anymore, just because both sides are so low on tickets, you don't necessarily, I guess, need to retake right away. I think it's more of if you're trying to play a time game versus casualty game, where trying to retake quickly is important.
Whoa.
But I mean, if you also retake earlier, it gives you more of a chance as a defender to find different ways to maybe get a lead on an attacker. But outside of the initial charges, Union's been able to get a lot of kills on the CSA and get that ticket lead more often than not. So at this point, both sides very close to their last stage. Now the roles are back to their original side because CSA retook. CSA's defending, Union's retaking. If Union captures the point at any time, they will win the game at this point since CSA isn't breaking. However, what's more likely to happen is both sides will drop to their last stage. Union, final push, since they're attackers now. CSA, last stand, because they're the defender side at the moment. So, final push for the attacker. Black timer will drop to a couple minutes left. A couple minutes meaning the amount of time it takes to get from your main spawn as an attacker to the point of contention 2 times without getting your bayonets and reloads. So it's about 4 or so minutes on this map. It is a longer main spawn to point map. Defenders, on the other hand, hit last stand. Last stand means no more respawns. However, once they hit last stand, if you're dead, the game will spawn you in automatically so that the defenders get 1 whole wave. It's a huge advantage for the attackers to have because they can keep spawning guys in, while the defending side, they can't spawn anyone else in. It's a huge advantage to have. So, I will say, that huge advantage is at least not as impactful if Union does decide to push this side of the map, this right/center side, because of how wide open it is. CSA can get a lot of good shots, but Union already, what a shot.
Get on your feet, keep firing.
How are these guys still alive? That is a very good question. But it looks like Union, for the most part, is trying to push up on this eastern side. Again, it's going to let the CSA Arty, which I don't... Let's briefly look here. I mean, we're at 368. Union's up by 4. CSA still has 13 on Arty. So, I mean, it's still a 14-man infantry in balance. But Union is trying to kind of flip this. Instead of going from the south or in the woods, they're trying to flip it so that they can kind of force CSA either to hold in the wood line, or if they do hold up here, they're at least exposed. That seems to be the idea with what Union's doing right now. 12th BA CQB is pushing up top. 2 Corps trying to hold on the point for CSA. You can see Union on the right side there, trying to push on the bottom side as well, using that half-stone wall to kind of shoot it out with CSA in the woods. More Union pushing that way. And up on this roadside as well.
Looks like their whole army, dude.
Fuck you! Fuck you! You go in the dark, Yankee!
But the whole Union team's pushed up. FSB is joining 2 Corps as well. I mean, you see CSA guys down here, but they're putting themselves mighty far away from the point. Union guys are starting to go in. CSA needs to reinforce. 12th VA, CQB going in. 59th reinforcing for CSA.
Brace left.
Break it in, break his best damn break! Break it in, break his best damn break!
So CSA holds the push, but they reinforce the position pretty nicely. Union has a big line on the bottom. CSA can get nice flanking shots from the top. You still got a large Union force holding back here. Pickett's brigade. Sorry, I see a couple PB guys here. It looks like they might be marking. 51st Alabama Corn Brigade. Looks like CQB and 12th VA maybe have their flags over here as well, and they're getting flanks to CSA on the point. Ticket's still fairly even. Both sides already, assuming they have ammo, very vital role right now. I mean, outside of canister, looks like at least the CSA battery is running out of weapon, and we can presume Union... Oh, they flipped a cannon. We can presume the Union side, who doesn't have as much, is also starting to run out, if not have ran out already. But look at this Union positioning here. They're spread out across nearly the whole length of the map. CSA is trying to mimic that as well, but Union's getting great crossfire, the guys on the point. But you do have 30th Ohio, looks like those guys who balanced over from the Union to CSA, and the JD SR guys out here getting some flanking shots on the Union side. It is a nice thing, but if you just look, more of the Union team is closer to that point than CSA, which you can see CSA in the woods is starting to slowly move up to the top side here, because CSA has to concentrate, and it looks like CSA is going to hit last stand before Union hits final push. A huge win for the Union side if that happens. But Corn Brigade guys there are starting to get on point, at least maybe just spreading out, trying to cap it, but CSA still got the numbers for the moment. Never mind, more trickling on. And I mean, if you're Union, you just keep shooting this out until you hit final push. Potentially. On a map like this, if Union charges in, they're going to hit final push. Clock is going to drop to a couple minutes. And if Union charges in and loses, you don't want to lose your flags if you're the Union side and then have to run across the whole map. That's going to be very difficult for them. So, Union should just shoot it down for a while. Knock CSA in the last stand, shoot him down through last stand a little bit until you hit final push, and then either go in or keep the shootout going, because again, Union will have 4 or so minutes. That's a long time. Union can get into a longer shootout if they want, and just slowly keep whittling the CSA down and then go in. Union has a good amount of options. CSA just kind of has to hope that they can outplay the Union side right now, which both sides very close to the next stage. CSA should hit first. And there they go.
Hold your ground, gentlemen.
So, CSA, this is it for them. If they die, they don't come back. That's the last bit of wave CSA has. Union, still not hit final push. Are they... If I were Union, I mean, Union could charge in, or they can shoot it out. 4 minutes left. Either or is not a bad option, but it looks like Union's going to go in. Union, I think, smartly keeping their flags back. They don't want to lose them, but they also cause a lot of damage. CSA, you have to hit your shots now. Which Union's just kind of going in very spread out. But they are starting to concentrate, at least with the half-stone wall here, get close.
Coming on the right, boys. On the right on the stone
We have
wall.
the Border Patrol with the beautiful muskets. They are
What a canister shot from Union. I hope that's Union. It might have been CSA. The world may never know. But Union's getting guys on the point. That's going to force CSA to push guys back, and it looks like they are trying to get on it. Union just needs to keep the flags alive, which they're keeping them back. CSA, you need to get them down to prevent the respawns, but CSA doesn't. It doesn't seem like they want to charge out that way.
This is not a very advantageous spot.
And that's going to be an issue for them, because again, 3 minutes is a long time to wipe it. You can see CSA artillerymen are even getting into the action.
Get ready. They would never charge on last stand.
Race shoulder to shoulder, don't you fucking move.
Stand shoulder to shoulder, boys. African.
Tickets don't matter for either side. 2.5 minutes. I mean, CSA still has a lot of guys left. Anytime a Union guy's popping up, he's nearly getting shot down right away.
Oh my God. They'll be here, boys. Just hold. Oh my God. Nice shot. Just like old times. You see him through the rocks right there? I want you to
Union's starting to break up their flags. See if CSA can wipe Union flags, which Union's still kind of keeping them back despite pushing them forward. Union's playing this smart.
Good job, boy. Good job. Keep it up.
Every kill that you get of CSA, Union's starting to move more bodies on point. CSA line, I guess not surprisingly, is not taking too many casualties. The fact that they've held on for this long is very impressive.
You see that shot? Oh no! Drag.
Point teetering, 1.5 minutes left. Point starting to go in Union's favor. Teetering, never mind. CSA in the woods over here are getting some nice flanking shots. But this Union group up here is getting completely shot down. CSA still has a good amount of bodies, but Union has a lot of time left. 1:15 on the clock. That's at least 3 more reloads and 3 more shots. Union is starting to take the point. CSA just needs more bodies when the clock hits 0. They have to charge in now.
It's better to come in the sink than to sink in the cum.
And CSA up top on those rocks looks like they're going to start charging in now.
They held those nuts in their mouth, dude.
And Union looks like they're going to take this game.
Shut up, bitch.
So CQB is going to get a very good win. A very rough start. A very rough start for the Union side. Obviously, we saw the infantry imbalance that eventually came of it, but that was fixed somewhat quickly, which maybe you could argue it had an impact on the round. But, I mean, Union had a rough start. They tried their plan twice. It failed. CSA responded well, but then Union just cut across the field. And it's very difficult. CSA, it's just longer for them to get in the position. And then with the huge number advantage, even considering artillery, Union just slowly pushed in. CSA eventually charged out when Union captured the point. Eventually broke them, but they weren't able to get flags. Union flag discipline really kind of carried this round. It kept Union always in the fight. Really well done on their part. CSA survived for a long time, though, at the end, but Union, they knew what they needed to do. So, good second half from CQB. Anyways, we'll see you all shortly here for round number 2 with the sides flipped. And here we are with the start of our second round, the Roulette Lane. Again, the sides are flipped. So, AVC is on or AVC and their team's on USA. CQB and their team is on CSA. Our total pop 358. CSA right now currently up by 6. CSA does not have artillery on this map. Union side does, and Union's taking, my goodness, 14. So if you thought our initial imbalance of 4 was bad, take infantry imbalance of 18. But Union already, unlike last map, will have a lot more of an open area to do stuff, as this is our map, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I didn't mention it, so not again, but the Alabama Volunteer Corps, they picked this map, and the CQB side decided to play as Union. Sorry, CSA. The flipped sides is messing with my head a little bit. It's a lovely thing. But yeah, AVC picked this map. CQB picked CSA. And so, with that being said, Roulette Lane has begun. Now, the CSA attacking side, they've got a 44% ticket advantage. Devs a couple months ago gave the defending Union side a 5% buff in tickets. So it's only a 39% advantage, which is still a very good advantage. Weapons on this map, Union defense, they've got the first Delaware with the option. The only option is the Enfield. And then they have the 14th Indiana with the Springfield 61. CSA, on the other hand, for attacking, they've got the 3rd Arkansas with the option of the Enfield. But more importantly, first time seeing this tonight, the Springfield 42, which shoots the buck and ball, acts as a shotgun. And then you got the 27th North Carolina with the option of the Springfield 55 Enfield. And also, they have the Springfield 42. So, generally, CSA have liked to play this map in a multitude of ways, but the main way is group up in the forest or at the barn here, which you can see they're already doing, and push up this left side. Now, sometimes CSA likes to sit here in a slight defilade and get into a shootout, but sometimes they just charge straight in. Another way CSA can play this map is by grouping up at that barn and then charging around side and hitting the center. That's really the only 2 ways you see CSA play this map. Now, with the increased bullet decreased bullet spread, increased bullet accuracy of a minimum of 60%, the Union defense of this map, especially on high pop, has been very, very good. But, of course, we'll see how it goes. CSA still has a huge second advantage. It looks like CSA side is starting to move out. I mean, Union position has beautiful shots on the CSA line here. But the question is CSA going to stop or are they going to go? Most of the time, if they stop, it doesn't always end well for them. And it looks like they're going to go. I like it a lot. Will it work? Union already paving a nice way through the snake fence. Here we go.
Take a step back from the fence.
Union reinforcements pulling up for the center. If Union loses anywhere on the defensive line, they lose the map. One Union flag down. CSA are winning on top of the hill. Half the Union team did not move up to reinforce. 2 Corps, they stayed. Granted, you do have CSA here, which is maybe why they stayed down, but Union got defeated in detail. 10th US and 2 Corps did not get involved, and CSA won the top of the hill. Now, CSA did not bring their flags up, and 2 Corps pushes up. Meanwhile, CSA is starting to push to the center. I mean, you saw the defensive position Union team had on the stone wall on point and then the snake fence here. If Union loses any of it, they lose the game. Mostly. But 2 Corps rushes back up. They're going to swipe through, clean up the CSA up there, and pick up the flags. But CSA charges center and gets 2 Corps flag down for the moment. And CSA side falls back there. Up a 4th of a morale stage. That is about as best of a start as you can get here for the CSA side. TKO's trying to stay over here. CSA's pushing out again up towards the top of that hill. It's very weak right now. Union... Wow. Union main spawn is at the center of the screen, kind of in the bloody lane there. And their main spawns are getting back up here, trying to hold. Meanwhile, CSA, how many of they guys? Very spread out, but they are pushing up this way. Here comes the Union team, though.
Damn, this Artie strat is fucking cooking, dude.
Hey, y'all said to do it. Y'all said to do it.
Yo, I'll fucking charge them. Let's charge. Hey, turn left. They're charging left.
Is CSA moving up their flags? No, they're not. Huh. I get you don't want to lose them, but when you have an advantage to take the position, I feel like you should try to bring them up. Granted, CSA is winning by a lot, so it's not like it matters, really. But if CSA, I mean, sure, they have a huge advantage, but if Union learns from this, like they did at the beginning of last round, I guess it's opposite team, but if the ABC side learns here, maybe they can actually hold the fence. But CSA is just sending more and more guys up here, not stopping the pressure. 10th Tennessee and 8th Ohio get involved, but Union's starting to get numbers.
Look at the Artie boys.
Oh my.
It's like they ran up and then ran away.
The Union just trying to take the top of this hill. CSA still not bringing up their flags. I mean, Union eventually is just going to be able to overwhelm just because they have flags spawning guys in right on the action. Versus CSA is just trickling in from a far ways away. It's not a winning equation, but as long as they're winning on tickets, it doesn't matter. CSA still pulling guys up here. I kind of can't blame CSA, especially since they have a ticket lead. As long as they're dealing damage to Union, you know, kind of doesn't matter. Union hits engaged.
Keep this whole plug. Keep this whole plug.
Union trying to make a makeshift fence. Union spearheading guys down towards the point where you have CSA sitting. So Union's starting to win back at that part. CSA is still trickling guys out from the barn area. And that ticket gap is starting to decrease. Looks like CS is pulling back. Geez, some of those yells sound like playing Dead by Daylight. My goodness. So, Union side will eventually hold. They're down about a fourth of a morale stage in tickets right now, but you know, good charge from CSA. Union, half their team didn't respond, and whether it be they were trying to sit and, you know, make sure CSA weren't charging center, or they just, it wasn't communicated, but even if it wasn't communicated, you can look with your eyes. Union just got defeated in detail. Half their team got wiped, the other half just sat back and let CSA get a good win. And I mean, it's not like this map is too big. Union can bounce back and forth pretty easily. They have time to respond. So there's almost no reason why that should fail. But, or at least, there's no reason why Union shouldn't be able to respond to each other. It could still very much fail. But CSA sitting back, looks like they want to reform.
Oh, shit.
I mean, generally, if your attack is you want to hit the defenders down to engage by the 30-minute mark, where CSA is doing phenomenal. Even if CSA had brought their flags up and they got wiped and they'd have to sit and do nothing except maybe for a shootout for 5 minutes, that's not the worst thing in the world. Especially since that bullet accuracy increase. I've seen CSA be able to win a shootout on this map. So... There is some drama cooking in someone's chat right now. Union's chat. Don't know if I'll say it, but that's why I stopped talking. I was just reading it for a second. Anyways, that's the nice part about Frontline Reporters is I can read the text chat going in. It doesn't show up on the stream. Anyways, because this is the text chat, which... I'm on the CSA chat, so it's not like it'd show up anyways. But, anyways, with that all being said, both sides starting to get formed back up. CSA spreading out a little bit, getting into a shootout. And so, the shootout commences. I mean, CSA's up by a good amount of tickets, almost hitting into engage. Or sorry, yeah, CSA's almost into engage. Union down a considerable amount of tickets, but I mean, unless CSA just sits back and shoots it out the whole time, which maybe they'd do well with tickets. I mean, we'll have to see over time, but this round's not going good for Union. Not good at all.
Check.
I mean, the most Union can do is just shift their guys around to see where they're taking less casualties and adjust from there. And then the moment CSA makes the push, you all have to respond and collapse in pretty quickly. And here comes CSA again. Union already better hit a shot here, or else there is not a point to having 14, 15 guys on it. CSA hits engage. CSA going in. Union slowly reacting. NFL starting, got the theme going. College football too. CSA is breaking through the line. Union responding kind of slowly on all fronts.
I got the thrill of a kill color.
And CSA starting to get whittled out. Who is not going in for Union? I mean, 10th US is getting great flanking shots, but CSA wins the charge on the stone wall. They could easily hold it despite your shooting shots, flanking shots.
How did you miss? I'm right here. Fuck you. Fuck you.
CSA, you'll note, charging up on top of the hill, knocking Union flags down. Nice little push-up from some JD, 51st Alabama guys. 51st Alabama, very well known for trying to go and get down their opponent flags. They've done that a couple times. But the Union lines will eventually hold, but at what cost? Union almost in taking loss to CSA up 3/4 of the morale stage. This is not good.
Tater, shoot all those fuckers on the bush to the right. Tater, to the right. Shoot them motherfuckers.
So CSA pulls back. I mean,
Everybody dead? Alright, thank you.
CSA's only up by 3 guys right now. It's nothing crazy.
Jesus.
Union has 12 on artillery. I mean, it's a 15-man infantry in balance. It's.
Let's go northwest west.
I mean, CSA is just charging in together, which is really the most you can expect if you're CSA. But Union's just kind of responding slow, and especially on that first charge, and that really where this hole that Union's in kind of began. And I mean, again, you lose one charge like we saw, and you're in a very bad spot if you're eating, whether it be never being able to gain it back or just being down a whole lot of tickets. But CSA side forming up. So you do have a couple CSA guys in the barn. Kind of pop-in shots. CQB's been in here for a good while. Gerald's in the outhouse. He's having a jolly good show in here. I hope he's enjoying his restroom break on the ever-change. Never mind, he's not. He's on the opposite side. I'm sorry, Gerald. Forgive me. So, unless CSA early caps and Union retakes, I don't see Union winning this. But I mean, even if CSA do early cap, Union's odds of taking it is not that huge. Because, I mean, Union would have to try and retake the point while charging in the buck and ball, and then just bring everyone's tickets down. I mean, Union could retake it and get some tickets back, but it's a rough situation here. So, Union hits taking losses. CSA grouping up. I mean, no one lost any flags. Cause, I mean, CSA's been very non-committal with their flags. I mean, that's what we saw in the first round with them. But here comes CSA. Union, at least some of their regiments are responding a lot quicker to this. 59th moving down there right away, which is good to see. Why is Union still sitting on the top of the hill? They should have been down here like 59th was. So you have some CSA flanking up top, trying to get those flags or maybe just be a distraction, but Union's just not being cohesive at all right now. I mean, you still have Union groups sitting back here, Like, Tank the US should have charged in there a while ago. You can't just let CSA defeat your team in detail. Sure, you can shoot it and get a couple kills, but when you're facing, you know, what was our server palm, or what is it? I mean, it's 350. Each side has 180 guys. Sure, your 10, 15 guys are going to get a couple kills and nice shots, but if you have a bunch of groups that are 10 to 15 man start to add up, Union's outnumbered by a lot in the corner. CSA wins, and now they just push up like this, and they're winning by a lot. It ain't even close. This is terrible round from the Union team. And I don't know what's happening in that Steam chat, but based on the commotion down from what we're seeing, I bet it's not great in there.
Fan out, brace left. Brace left. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Too bad, you better be ready. Let's go.
So CSA win the top of the hill. The fact that they're not even bringing their flags up and not getting spawns in the middle of the fight is ridiculous. Union even lose a flag up here. What the heck?
Jesus Christ, Pineapple, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey, don't stab me.
Get out of here.
So CSA, they're going to win this game. I mean, the only chance Union has is a turtle, but CSA is going to be able to shoot Union down the breaking. I mean, what do you even do?
Who's got the fetal alcohol syndrome fucking leading this fucking group?
For real.
Your mom. Nah, it's not on Tater. It's not on Tater. It's
I know. I already know who the fuck it's on.
Oh.
Blow my fucking brains out, dude.
Oh yeah. You look, Red. You don't even have to know. I know.
So, maybe there's something going on. I don't know, but CSA's plan, while it was kind of what they should do, there is no reason why Union should be losing this badly. This is wow. CSA finally bringing the flags up, but Union team outside of the arty is turtling, which I don't... If you're going to turtle, you need to have your whole team. You can't have the arty men just sit up here and keep doing their thing. Right? It's just kills that are slowly going to move Union down to breaking. Which, the thing is, CSA has got over 26 minutes to knock the Union down to breaking. They're going to do it. And I still don't know why these arty guys are up here. You even got infantry guys. You can't be doing this, Mr. Booter. That's just 5 tickets Union lost. Sure, Union's not going to win, but it's the principle. It's the principle that counts. And if a match is a lot closer, you can't make mistakes like that. Now the already, at least the Provost is starting to go back. You still have infantry guys up here. What are they doing? And Tan Band's going to come out here and try to kill these guys. Oh, you gotta hit that Tan Band. Yeah, that was deserved.
I am invincible.
So, CSA is gonna run up. I mean, they can see Union. They don't need to get a whole lot of kills to win this. And if they early cap, I'm gonna be so pissed off. It's these guys right here, right now. CQB is running through point.
They're really fucking turtling.
Over there.
They're turtling.
They
That's
can't.
crazy.
They can't do anything else. They can't. So I mean, all Union can hope for is CSA can't really cap. I mean, if you just look, you can see some of the Union. But who is this? FSB, some CB guys in here. Why are you doing this? I know you're not going to win, but if you're turtling, you can't be out here like this. Union at this point just has to charge in. Because they're going to hit breaking inevitably. And they have to charge in and hope they can defend it. And somehow overcome a whole morale stage lead, which is going to be very difficult. CSA sweep up there.
It's called I Am That Guy. It's main character energy right now.
Through the gap.
And Union numbers are starting to get back on point. Union hits breaking, so if CSA captures the point, they win. Uh-oh. Someone... I can't use their likeness. I'll fly away.
Run. Run. If we win this game,
Get you boys, hit this fucking stone wall. Line 'em up, Tennessee.
And that is going to be our second round. For as great as that first round was, this very much a letdown. Wow. Again, CSA, they did what they need to do, right? They played the match, and this isn't dogging on CSA. It's like Union played really bad, but CSA did, you know, they stuck together as a team. They all charged up together. They stuck together. You know, it's not their fault Union played bad. CSA had a good game. Union, on the other hand, that is just atrocious. That's probably the worst roulette that I've seen played in a very long time. That is bad. Like, if we can just look at CSA charge up top, half the Union team just didn't move in. And, I mean, CSA just kept trickling guys in. Granted, a lot of Union was respawning, but Union just had very slow reactions on all fronts tonight. It doesn't help that Union was down a good amount of dice, considering the artillery, which, frankly, didn't do a whole lot, outside of blow up some snake fences, which let CSA in easier. Anyways, we'll see you all shortly here for the standings. All right, here are the points as I have it. So yeah, I mean, that's a huge 2-0 for Colquitt's Brigade. Bumps them up in the rankings a good amount, which they need. So, based on also my quick calculations, I think everyone still has a chance to make the playoffs. Like, very slim chances, like 10th Tennessee. They're on the border, right? But anyways, everyone's still in the fight. A couple more weeks left. We'll see what happens with the 7th Texas being disbanded, and I'll talk about it at the beginning of next week. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. Go beneath the video, hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a broadcast of all, or you can get a live stream rather, of all the broadcasts we do with no ads. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord clips channel, more in the description. If you're playing in this match, recording and uploading later or live streaming, send me a link and I'll put that in the pinned comment. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Could not do without you, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. See you on the next one.